Good evening. Welcome somewhere different. This isn't the usual Swiss mountains here. Instead of the rock and ice and snow making up the landscape, we're in amongst a lot of sand, and instead of alpine peaks, we've got the dunes of Sossusvlei in Namibia. This is one of the coolest places I've ever been. So we took a drive from Sossusvlei in on a 60k on a road, and then a really fun drive for the last 5k in this deep sand where you're worried about getting stuck. It was really cool. And then we hiked from the car like 15 minutes up to this point here. And as soon as I got here, I saw this sand dune behind. Where are we? That sand dune there. And I grabbed a photo of it because it had this fantastic S-curve leading up to the top with the sun on one side, the shade on the other. Beautiful. I hope you like this photo. I don't know if you can see this in the video, but behind you can see our car is like there, and behind it looks really cool. Amazing shadows being thrown across the dunes on the natural sort of waves in the sand from the where the wind has blown across these things. It's so cool. Good morning, welcome to day 2 in Namibia. We got up before sunrise, drove 45 kilometers down to Dune 45, and we've got up on top here just before the sun is poking over the horizon. It is beautiful up here, and we're quite lucky to be staying in the Dunes Lodge, which means we can get out here before sunrise. The gates open to the park, I guess a bit after. We just watched all the headlights coming into the park from the top here. This is just a super cool place to be for sunrise. Whether I take a photo or not, kind of irrelevant. We're set up for the first shot here with a view down towards Sossusvlei this way, and these ridges of sand dunes in here, and the pink in the sky is coming down to meet them, so it's just like so many different tones of reddy, pinky, orange colours. It's beautiful. The sun's fully up now, and we've been just trying to pick out little details in the dunes around us. Right now I'm looking at these, there's some really cool bushes with the shadows being cast across from the sun, and a ridge above them going out. It's really cool. Pretty windy up here though, so I've been trying to shelter the camera from the wind at times. We're so lucky to have this dune all to ourselves for the morning. It seems like more people arrived on the dune behind us, so we're going to make our way back to the car and go down to Deadvlei and go and have a look for that classic shot of the white sand, the trees and the red dunes behind. So this is Deadvlei. This is one of the most iconic photography locations in the world. It's one of the highlights of coming to Namibia. It's one of the things that inspired our trip. I must admit, I'm finding taking a good photo here quite a challenge. Finding the composition that I want, that I've got in my head. Presumably that comes from those Nat Geo style images, which are awesome. And you kind of want to replicate that, or try and, that's what you've got as a standard in your head for a photo, which is kind of, it's always tough to try and live up to, isn't it? But also you can see the jumble of trees behind. To find a simple composition in amongst that is not easy at all. Add to that, all of us tourists wandering around makes it, the whole scene a little bit messier. So I'm just strolling around, camera handheld, trying to pick out little compositions here and there. And this could be one of those places which is more amazing to visit than to photograph. So after a lot of wandering around and looking for compositions, I found something I'm pretty happy with actually. A couple of trees, there's a contrast in the background. One of the dunes is in the shade and it makes a nice diagonal line down through the image, and I've made that lead down to the tree on the right hand side, and yeah, quite happy with it actually. Right, we're done with Deadvlei, done with this video I guess, so time to pack up and make our way back to the car, back to the lodge. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this kind of stuff, more coming from Namibia, hit subscribe to see it. See you then. Ciao, Tama.